question for you. Just one question for you. How about them Cowboys? Yeah! How about them Cowboys? Yeah! Imagine being the people in Vegas and setting the line where the Cowboys were favored. Not like the Bears are an infinitely better team or anything, but give me a break. Just got the brakes beat off them at home 4 days before, or the week before, excuse me, by the Bills on Thanksgiving. So now it's a road game against another 6-6 team, and they're somehow getting exactly biased much. God, it feels good, doesn't it? It feels good. It feels real good, especially out here in Virginia. You'd be surprised how many Cowboy fans are lurking. Oh, man, it feels so glorious and so good. All week, them talking trash. And I would come back and say, all right, come Thursday night, when we beat the brakes off your overrated asses, what you got to say then? They got nothing! Nothing! And as much as I have devoted this year to talking about different elements of the Chicago Bears absolutely sucking, it feels good to know that the Cowboys suck even worse. Jerry Jones is a garbage-ass owner. Jason Garrett is a garbage-ass coach. And as a result, this team that alleges to have talent in all areas, in all facets, is playing like trash. Just trash. I mean, how trash can you get? You come out of the gates, and the Bears defense doing what they normally do, not starting off well. You immediately march down the field, bang, touchdown, you're up 7-0. You're like, oh boy. Here we go again. But then you remember there's still a lot of game to play. And you also remember that the Cowboys like to get out early and then not do anything the next 2.5, 3 quarters. That's basically what the hell happened. So even when the Bears came storming right back down, and then Trubisky had that horrible interception, you're sitting there saying to yourself, oh, can't lose to these guys. Not to worry, not to worry. Because the Cowboys soon realized as a team that they're coached by the mad clapper Jason Garrett. They realized they had no heart, they had no plan, and were about to get their stuff rocked. And that's exactly what happened. Cowboys fans should be ashamed of themselves, embarrassed of themselves for this performance on Thursday night. Final score 31-24. My ass, the game wasn't even that close. How the hell do you let Mitch Trubisky look that good? Like, seriously. Even if you're a Cowboys fan and you want to retort me in the comments to this video or on social media, for what? You can't. Y'all let Mitchell Trubisky look like a dude. Like a real legit dude. It's like all of a sudden he decided, hey, I'm not afraid to run anymore. You know why? Because this Dallas Cowboys defense is overrated as bricks. It's like the Bears defense didn't worry much about the offense because they said, don't worry about it. Jason Garrett and Kellen Moore will combine to screw the pooch on this one, and they won't score for a couple of quarters, and they didn't. I mean, how ashamed of yourself do you have to be to have let Trubisky throw for 3 touchdowns on you and run for another one, the touchdown in particular, that really sealed the game? And the craziest thing about this for everything for the Cowboys is, in the grand scheme of things, this game didn't really matter much. You just got to win out, beat the Eagles, and you're going to be in. Hell, at this point, you don't even have to win out. You could beat the Eagles, lose to somebody else, still finish 8-8, and still win the damn division. Just talks to just how horrible the NFC least is this year. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Maybe the players deep down knew that. I don't know. Maybe they looked at this and they said, even though we've had a full week to prepare now, this Bears game isn't everything. It really doesn't have much bearing on us. Because the reality is, if you're the Cowboys, it didn't. For the Bears, this game meant everything. To keep any hopes alive of the playoffs, you had to win here. And by God, they got it done. The defense played better when it mattered, even though they were a little soft there in the fourth quarter. They still played well enough the rest of the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, even though you would like to see them in some cases not give up so much in the way of yardage. But they tightened up when they needed to. This Bears offense, all of a sudden you see Trubisky running and moving, and he's not great. And these people talking about, well, he's had 5 straight games now. He wasn't great against the Giants. Shut up. And are we just totally omitting the Rams performance, which was an abortion and an abomination? Give me a break. The other 2 performances were against the Lions. So what does that even mean? And you're even forgetting that in that Lions game, sure, he threw for 3 touchdowns in the first one, but he still didn't look that good. Like, this is what frustrates me about Bears fans, is that lack of important context. Is as soon as Trubisky does one thing or have one good game, in this case against an overrated team, everybody's starting to rethink everything. Oh my God, he's putting it together. Oh my God, it's finally going to happen. Pump the brakes. Slow your damn roll, sons. It's very encouraging to see him have, beyond question, overall, his best game of 2019. And the difference being is he finally had the courage to start running with the damn ball. This is the one thing that's frustrated me throughout the course of the season with this guy and with this offense, is you look at it, the best thing Trubisky could do is run. So the one thing he didn't do, and they didn't design the system for him to do, was run the ball. It's maddeningly frustrating. Tailor your offense and tailor your game to what you can do well, not to what you can't do well. And all of a sudden, here's Trubisky in this primetime spot Thursday night. He's moving out of the pocket. He's picking up yards with his feet. And you could just see the increase in confidence and comfort level in his game. You could see how it totally fundamentally changed the Bears' offense. Allen Robinson had a big day. Anthony Miller made some nice plays. David Montgomery had 20 carries. He ended up with over 4 yards a carry. Like, everything was more balanced out and was better, not because of Trubisky and anything he did as a thrower, because of what he did as a runner, as a scrambler. It changed everything. And while, look, the Bears have still 3 games to go, and the odds are overwhelming that they've got to have so many things go right. Not to mention, first and foremost, they very likely have to win out the rest of the way in order to make the playoffs. I'm telling you now, stranger things have happened. It is still a possibility. It can happen. Now, in theory, the Bears could potentially win out and still miss the playoffs. That is absolutely true. But there is still some element of hope here, as much as you might want to think that the season is realistically over. But for now, for this moment in time, what we are going to do is we are going to bask in the glow and the glory and celebrate the Bears spanking the hell out of the Cowboys on Thursday night, because God, that felt good. I love them Cowboys! Yeah, you better hope Urban Meyer could change shit.